Hi, welcome in, Caledonia hockey fans. We're here live on the Pass Shoot Score Network, back home at Patterson Ice Arena for the West Michigan Hockey Showcase 2025. We're going to skip player announcements and go right to the national anthem, so sit tight. We'll get action started here in a moment. National anthem complete. This one's ready to roll. Caledonia takes on the Salem Rocks today. Salem out of the east side of the state of Michigan. West Side Hockey Showcase is a collection of teams from around the state of Michigan. Teams that don't normally play each other in the regular season get together here, especially early on in the season, and make for some really good matchups. It's been close all day long. There's been about 6 games so far today, this being the final on the schedule. Earlier today, the Grand Rapids Catholic Cougars beat the Traverse City Bay Reps. That one went into overtimes, 11 rounds of shootout, and Catholic Central pulled out on top. In the next game, Granville took on Trenton. These are 2 top 5 Division II teams, and Trenton came out on top with a score of 4-1. They remain unbeaten. Grand Rapids Christian, East GR, and Houghton, Forest Hills Central, and Huron Valley. Forest Hills Eastern and Capital City are currently playing in the other side of Patterson. We are ready to roll. Out first for Caledonia on defense, Evan Moore and Quigley. On offense, Ethan Sova, Harmon Esch, and William Mikkelsen. Salem plays that back to neutral zone. After it is Quigley. Moore is going to be there with a stick on it. Salem holds it in the zone, played out to the middle, played by Sova, loose puck for Moore. Moore's pass to the near side for Mikkelsen, played in deep off the goaltender. Salem will break it out as Cal gets their first change of the game. In a turnover here, Drew Nichols, plays it into the boards to the near side. Hard after it, Caledonia, Bryce Mitchell, shot goes through the crease to Quigley, this is Eitel at the point. Eitel shot, a save, loose in front, and it gets shoved into the corner. Salem can't clear it. Ty Lewandowski ties the man up. Digging it out is Nichols, still tied up in the feet. Mitchell takes the swing, holds it at the wall. Salem can't move it out, put in the corner by Nichols. Nichols centers it for Mitchell. Oh, couldn't get a shot off. Eitel, top of the zone, puts it soft off the half wall, and Salem clears the zone, but Supak catches it and dumps it back in. He goes hard after it. Gabe Supak behind the net, centers it, loose on the slot, and cleared by the Salem. Loose puck. Baltimore got a stick on it and dumped it back into the Salem zone. He comes in the forecheck. Salem clears the neutral zone. Offsides, arm goes up. And we will get our first whistle of the game with 15:26 left in the first period. Osborne, Baltimore, Landon Moore up front. Quigley and Moore on defense. Moore hits Landon Moore. Landon's shot goes wide into the corner. Baltimore tried to center it, goes all the way through. Moore tries to play it, holds it in, but Salem able to move it out. Salem cross red line, blue line into the Caledonia zone now. Osborne leaves it for Quigley. Quigley up the wall for Boltima. Held up by Salem, by the rocks. Salem holds it in. After it is Quigley. Quigley's got it in the corner, skates behind his goaltender. Soft touch on the breakout, comes to neutral zone. Salem takes it away. Pass over to the near side D. Now a pass to the middle, big hit by Esch. Loose puck at the blue line. Offside should be delayed, but it's not. Sova's pass up for Esch, picked off by the Rocks. Salem Rocks now drive it back into the Caledonia zone. Pass on the near side. Shot disrupted. Loose puck carried by Mikkelsen. Played ahead by Esch. Esch with a shot, saved by the goalie, and he'll pull it in for a whistle. Sam Hogue in net for Caledonia. On the senior goaltender. On the Salem side, it's Griffin Marshall, a sophomore. Puck played by Caledonia, pulled into the corner by Sova. Tried to pass in the middle off a skate. Esch picks up the loose puck behind the net. Tried to center for Mikkelsen, knocked down. Loose puck. Esch with it, shot off the goalie, loose in the slot. Loose, Esch with the backhand, can't get it through. Out to Supak at the point. Supak plays it to the wall for Sova. Sova's pass disrupted, and the Rocks get possession through mid-ice and into the Caledonia zone. They bring it. Puck loose at the back wall. Supak leaves it for Lewandowski. Lewandowski, nice touch to Sova. Sova up for Mitchell. Mitchell from the red line puts a backhand in deep. The Rocks get possession, turn, and clear the zone. Pass cross ice. On the far side, dumped in. Moore intercepts, hard off the wall, and sent back into neutral zone. Chasing after it is Mitchell. Loose puck. This will be picked up by Nichols. Delayed offsides, and we'll get a whistle. Ty Lewandowski, the senior, up front. Bryce Mitchell, Drew Nichols, the junior, Aiden Eitel. And Quigley. Eitel couldn't get a grip on that off the faceoff, but still dumped in by Nichols. Salem Rocks send it deep. Icing is waved off. Eitel behind his goal. Outlet for Lewandowski. Makes a move, and he sprints ahead. Ty Lewandowski with speed. Takes it wide. He's got Mitchell in the middle. Lewandowski's shot, a save by the goaltender. Crunched up in the wall. Nichols with a hit, but the Rocks able to clear it. Puck loose in the Caledonia zone. Eitel will clear it. Nope, can't clear it. Mitchell gets it in his own zone, sends it over for Quigley. Quigley across the red line and gets it deep into the Salem zone. On the forecheck is... Puck comes out right to Rylan, a shot. Saved by the goaltender, and Supak! Gabe Supak with a rip, and he scores! The junior defenseman gets Cal on the board early. And Cal takes the 1-0 lead. Face-off played into the Caledonia zone. Supak with it, off the wall, played back into the Salem end. Salem D to D, now pass to the middle. Backhand goes deep, icing waved off after the loose puck. Zach Veliska, the freshman defender, ties it up in the corner. Into help is Osborne. Osborne now sweeps it behind Hogue in net. Turns and sends it back to the far side. Landon Moore picks it up. Moore held up there by the Rocks, now cleared to neutral zone by Osborne, played back into the Caledonia zone. Veliska's got some room. Zach Veliska crosses the red line and gets it in deep. Harmon Esch after it. Salem sends it around the near side, now back into their own corner. Big hit by Esch, loosens the man up, loose on the corner, and he scores! Harmon Esch with a hit behind the net, loosened the man up from the puck and snuck it behind the goalie on the wraparound. Caledonia takes a 2-0 lead here early in the first.
That was all me. See how I came out and then they scored two?
You.
All me.
Harmon Esch, the senior forward, with a goal. Puck played back into the Salem zone. Salem in the far corner. Now far range pass, Moore knocks it down. Moore from the point position sends it in the corner. Mikkelsen flutters it behind the net. Salem's there. They'll put a hard off the wall. Sova holds it up. Takes a hit. Salem moves it out, but a stick by Mikkelsen puts it in the zone. Salem. Now a pass long range, deflected in the zone and deep. Quigley there. Quigley looking for the outlet pass, held in the zone to the point. Shot, knocked down in the feet. Salem gets it back. Moore is after the puck, wraps it around the wall near side. Hard after it is Sova. Sova's got the loose puck. Shot saved by the goaltender. Rebound. That's Eston Brown. And a turnaround shot by Isaiah Supak is gloved with the trapper by Marshall. Eston Brown, Jagger Burns, Isaiah Supak, Gabe Supak, and Tom Evers. Puck played in neutral zone. Supak lays a hit. Isaiah Supak plays it ahead. Puck played now by Salem. Pass picked off by Burns. Kept out of the zone by a Salem stick, and now they'll rush it ahead into the Caledonia zone. Held out. Salem trying to find a grip. Now dumped in. Gabe Supak's there. Puts a backhand back into neutral zone. Loose puck for Isaiah Supak. Salem uses the body, puts it back. Gabe Supak carries it ahead. Gabe, top of the zone. He'll wait for a few players to come off a change. Now plays it in for his brother. A deflection over the net. Lewandowski sweeps in. Behind the net, Isaiah Supak with a stick on it. Now it goes to Itel. Plays it towards the middle. And Salem picks it up. Good job by Itel. Takes it away. Nichols now rushes it in. Drew Nichols down low. Centers it for Lewandowski. Knocked down though. Loose puck. Now a shot by Mitchell. Deflected before it got to the goaltender. Comes out to Itel on the near side point. Puts it in the corner for Mitchell. Centering pass goes all the way through. Nichols, far side corner. Pass to the point for Veliska. A shot towards net. A save by the goaltender. Loose puck, Itel can't keep it in. Comes out for Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell feeds it back. Itel carries through mid-ice. Itel will drive it in. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell lost it in the skate, but gets it back. Off the wall, finds Nichols. Nichols, patient, puts a shot wide. Up the near side half wall, pinched into the wall, and gets by Veliska. Puck is deep. Salem catches Caledonia on a change. Shot off the side of the net. And we get a whistle, our first whistle. Hand pass, not a first whistle, sorry. Thought it was a penalty, but it was a hand pass on Salem. Moore and Quigley on defense. Osborne at center, Bolton on the right wing, William Mikkelsen on left. Face-off played around far side. That'll go the distance. Icing is waved off. After the loose puck, Quigley in the corner. Nice job. Moves it up the wall loose. Held in the zone. Salem dumps it back in deep. Moore gives chase. Moore in the near corner. Puts it up the wall for Boltimo, just out of his reach. Icing is waved off. Salem plays it up the wall. Osborne traps it. Boltimo in to help. Now Salem gets a grip. They pull it in the corner, wrapped it around far side. Held up by Quigley in the feet. Salem moves it out to center ice. Moore got a stick on it. Salem got a second stick and put it in deep. Evan Moore after it. Up the wall for Osborne, deflected. Salem's after it in their end. Salem rocks. Dumped in deep, icing is whistled. And we'll bring it down for a Caledonia offensive zone draw. Goals by Supak and Esch have Caledonia ahead here halfway through the first. Nicholson, Sova and Esch, Supak and Evers on defense. Puck played around near side, Supak holds it in. Mikkelsen played it out towards the middle, picked off by the Rocks. Loose puck, Mikkelsen's got it, Mikkelsen, pass down for Esch and a shot by Sova off the side of the net. Rocks get possession, they'll send it near side and carry it into the Caledonia zone. Good stick by Supak. Rocks with the backup. Rocks keep it in. Now picked up by Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen through mid-ice, crosses the red line, dumps it in deep. Salem behind the net, pressured by Sova. He takes it away. Tries to get a pass for Mitchell. A shot saved by the goaltender. That comes out to mid-ice. After the loose puck is Supak. Supak on the near side, backhand for Lewandowski. Play it in, but the Rocks play it back. Freshman Thomas Evers on defense. He's going to leave it for Supak behind the goaltender. Supak now brings it to the near side. Supak off the wall for Lewandowski. He's pinched, but the puck is picked up by Nichols. Nichols brings it down low, drag in front. Nichols shoots a save. Puck comes out top of the zone. Nichols plays it in deep. Bryce Mitchell after it. Mitchell leaves it for Nichols. Tied up in the feet. Lewandowski there to help. Salem chips around the defender. They bring it into the Caledonia zone. Look at that back check by Lewandowski. Puck goes loose for Hogue. Played around the far side by Veliska. Mitchell leaves it for Nichols. Nichols carries ahead. Finds Lewandowski on a break. Ty Lewandowski in on net. He shoots. Oh, a save by Gordon. Puck goes in the corner. Up the wall, Eitel holds it in. Lewandowski battles for it. In to help is Landenmore. Landenmore pulls it out. Backhand towards net. And that'll be saved and held for a whistle. Griffin Marshall in that, not Gordon. Face off. Played into the back wall. Salem picks it up off the side of the net, far side corner, outlet pass. Kept in the zone by, that's Cam Quigley. Left for Moore. Moore chipped it ahead. Salem trying to find a grip. Now they send a pass, picked up and skated ahead through mid-ice. Taken wide. Osborne on the back check. Gives some room for Quigley in the corner. Quigley moves his way out. Salem got a stick on it, played by Landenmore, gets it back, now Bultema drives it ahead. Bultema a shot saved by the goaltender, another shot off the goaltender. Moore sinks down at the half wall, absorbs a hit, puck is loosened up, loose for Bultema, slap shot off a player and into the corner. Cycle pass, that's Isaiah Supak, playing it for Osborne. Osborne's double teamed into the wall. Salem can't clear the zone. Gabe Supak a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Pass back to the points, picked off by the Rocks, and they drive it ahead. Tom Evers positions himself nicely, gets the puck now behind Hogue. Pass goes long, Salem holds it in deep. Wrapped around behind Hogue, that's Supak, up into the air and into the net for a defensive zone draw. Face-off won by the Rocks. They have it at the point position. Now they put it in the corner. Salem now puts it behind the net. Picked off by Burns, but he loses an edge. Puck played up. Eston Brown with it. Plays it to the middle. Isaiah Supak after it. Dumped in by the Rocks. Delayed offsides. After it, Jagger Burns. Burns behind his own goal for Gabe Supak. Gabe on the outlet for Esch. Played by the Rocks. Dumped in deep. That'll wrap all the way around to the near side half wall. Salem's there. Pressured by Brown and Evers. Jagger Burns with the puck. Burns maneuvers his way through. Jagger Burns now finds Esch. Esch skates his way through. Look at that edge work. All the way through. Oh, puck rolled off his stick. And Salem able to clear the zone. Sova dumps it back in. Cal checks up on the offsides. Loose on the far side. Esch. Salem off the wall. Comes out to neutral. Zach Veliska. He'll just bang it in deep. Salem behind their own goal. They'll break it out. Long range pass. They've got a man on a breakaway. In on Hogue. Salem in. They shoot. And that's held for the whistle by Hogue. Beautiful pass through the zone by the Rocks. But Hogue holds his ground. D-zone draw. This will be played by Evan Moore behind his own goal. He'll stop. Back to this side for Nichols. Nichols' long-range bomb for Mitchell goes long. Icing waved off. Mitchell plays it behind the net. He's pushed into the wall. Salem trying to work it into the corner. Mitchell after it. Now Nichols with a loose puck. Centers it. Cleared. Comes out to Supak. A shot goes wide. Sorry, that was Quigley on the shot. On the near side half wall, Lewandowski. Here comes Nichols to help. Lewandowski leaves it at the wall. Moore can't hold it in. Loose puck. Salem after it. Cam Quigley, though, takes it away. They catch Salem on a change. But just didn't have the timing down. Nichols. Nichols, cross-ice pass for Quigley. Dumps it in from the red line. Played behind the goal. Salem there. Now pass on the near side, long range into the Caledonia zone. That's Gabe Supak. His pass deflected. Salem's after it. They have the loose puck, but Supak takes it away. Lewandowski moves it ahead. Ty Lewandowski pushes. Lewandowski down low. He shoots! And that'll be held by the goaltender. Nice save there by Marshall. No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in the middle of the game. I was like, I would have just lost myself. He literally did, I mean.
Was that the game on this ice?
He literally just left all of his stuff and just skated off. I was talking to Dallas, I was like,
Ish.
that's embarrassing, but.
Face-off played out to mid-ice. Played in deep by Gabe Supak. Salem there behind their own goal. 1.5 left in the first period. Salem breaks it out near side. Pass. Played by Supak. Salem takes over and we'll get a whistle for offsides. That one jumped out of the zone and back in. Chase Gorby making his season debut. He's on the right wing right now. Good to see. He was off injured with a collarbone injury to start the season. Gabe Supak behind the net. Runs into some traffic. Salem takes it away. In to help his Burns. Tried to wrap around. Held out of the goal. Supak after it. Salem behind the net. Tried to center it. Loose puck in front. And Hogue's going to hold it for a whistle. Hey, Gorby's in. right, defensive zone draw for Caledonia. Face-off won by Salem. They go D to D, top of the zone. Backhand now at the wall. Salem shot off a shin guard in the air. They catch it, drop it, and we'll get a whistle for the hand pass. Little extracurriculars. Face-off will come out to mid-ice. Nope, all the way down. On the offensive zone, hand pass, 45 seconds left in the period. Mikkelsen, Sova, Esch, Eitel, and Veliska. Face-off won by Cal. Salem, though, clears the zone. They've got a man streaking on the near side. Salem rushes it in, down low. A shot goes wide. Salem from the point position bangs it back into the corner. They dig it out of the corner in front. Still loose in front. Wraparound attempt, still loose. I see it somewhere in there, now cleared by the defense. Salem a shot in from the point. And Eitel tried to clear. Salem holds it in. Salem now puts it into the corner. Centers a pass, picked off by Caledonia. That's Sova. And he'll send it length to the ice for an icing call. Drew Nichols on the face-off. Won by Salem at the point position. They put it into the corner. Salem digs it out, pulled it out in front, and cleared nicely by Lewandowski. And that buzzer signals the end of the first period. 17 minutes down, 34 more to go. We'll take about a 15-minute break. Come on back here on the Pass Shoot Score Network for the remainder of the game. Caledonia leads 2-0 on Harmon Esch and Gabe Supak goals. Thank you. Appreciate it. We want to thank our sponsors, Baking Steel, one of the premier sponsors of the West Michigan Showcase Tournament. BakingSteel.com. They make a fantastic pizza stone made of steel. You're looking for that crispy, perfect pizza. Baking Steel has what you need. Good Christmas gift. They cost less than a hockey stick and they don't break. So, all right, we're going to take a break on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Cal leads 2-0 at the end of one. We'll be back. Broadcasters only. Players back on the ice. We are ready to start our second period. Caledonia holds the 2-0 lead against the Salem Rocks. Out for Caledonia first. Ethan Sova, Harmonesh, William Mikkelsen, Cam Quigley, and Evan Moore. Second period has begun. Puck played into the Salem zone. After it is Esch. Played around to the far side. Picked up by Mikkelsen. Dumps it into the wall. Esch pins the man up. Salem able to kick it through. Salem, long-range bomb, gets past Moore, icing arms up, and we'll get a whistle. And a face-off back in the defensive zone of the Rocks. Avery Thompson, Lucas Zielinski, Alex Lay out for Salem. Face-off won by the Rocks. That's Carter O'Brigheit. Cal gets it back quickly from the point. Shot low, saved by the goaltender. Moore holds it in, gets it to Mikkelsen in the corner. Mikkelsen dumps it in the corner for Esch. Salem with a stick on it behind the net, gets around Mikkelsen. Salem now up the wall, on the breakout, into the Caledonia zone. Evan Moore after it, and we'll get a whistle for icing. That one snuck down the wall, didn't see it. Big shout out to all the Caledonia fans listening, all the grandparents, fans and friends. Appreciate you watching, of course, and supporting our boys on the ice. Drew Nichols out now. Mitchell takes the hit on the wall. Salem presses it ahead. Near side, Tom Evers pressuring. Puck shot in towards goal. Off Supak's skate, off the side of the net. Behind the net. Now Nichols pulls it ahead. Nichols maneuvers his way through. Sprints his way through. 3-on-2. Oh, long range pass from Mitchell. Goes long, and we'll get a whistle for a high stick, it looks like. Penalty. Penalty on the Rocks. No. Yes, Salem Rocks. So Caledonia will go on a power play here early in the second period. This off should move out, I think, would think. There it is. Ethan Sova, Lewandowski, Quigley, Gabe Supak, and Mikkelsen. Supak with the puck. Gabe makes his way in the zone, dumps it in deep. Bounces behind the net. Salem carries it out near side, picked off by Lewandowski. Lewandowski's shot just wide of net, comes out on the side. Mikkelsen picks it up. Oops. Salem off the back glass. Lewandowski at the near side half wall. Ty Lewandowski fakes a pass, moves it behind the net, off the side of the net, and the Rocks unable to clear it. Mikkelsen with a good stick. Now Quigley. Lewandowski after it. Salem now moves it out, gets past Supak. Sprinting after it is Sova and Supak. Sova takes it behind the goaltender, leaves it for Supak. 1:10 left in the power play. Gabe Supak now carries it out on the near side. Leaves it for Lewandowski, drives it ahead. Lewandowski takes it deep. Now behind the net on the backhand, all the way through to the far side. Pass out to the point. Now near side to Supak. Gabe ripped towards net, and that'll be held for a whistle by Marshall, the goaltender for the Rocks. Cal with a line change. Harmon Esch comes out. Drew Nichols, Bryce Mitchell, Evan Moore, and Rylan Boltima. Face-off played now. This is Nichols. Nichols roughed up. Moore got a stick on it, but Salem able to dump it deep. Settled by Hogue behind the net for Moore. Evan Moore leaves it for Esch on the speedy breakout. Harmon Esch through all three zones. Esch down low. A shot on goalie. Save. Puck played to the near side half wall. Esch has it again. Gets it to Boltima. Boltima to Moore. Moore looking for something. Rips a shot over the net. Bounces behind the net. And we'll get a whistle as it looks like it's trapped. Cal with a change. 14 seconds left in the power play. Coming out now is Osborne. Osborne, Moore, Landon Moore, and Jagger Burns up top, Zach Velisca and Aiden Eitel on defense. Face-off played by Caledonia. Landon Moore holds it at the wall. Into the corner. Moore tries to center it out in front. Comes loose to Eitel. Eitel shot over the net. Loose on the near side. Salem back with 5 skaters. Cal holds pressure down low. Landon Moore try to feed out, pass out in front. Loose to Velisca at the point position. Holds it up there. Velisca now chipped out to neutral zone. Landon Moore after it. Gets a pass over to Eitel. Eitel long range, picked off by the Rocks. Then picked off by Landon Moore. Picked back off by the Rocks. Velisca pressures it. Dumped in deep. Behind the net, Eitel. Aiden Eitel, far side corner. Pass up the wall. Held in. Nope. And we will get a whistle. See what we call here. Too many men. Too many men on the ice. So another power play for Caledonia. We'll see if they can capitalize. Salem successful in killing the first. So with 13:01 left in the second period. Supak, Mikkelsen, Sova, Lewandowski, and Quigley. Face-off played by Cal. Quigley got it back to Supak. Supak looks for a play, gets it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski behind the end line, now behind the goal, far side, gets it to Boltima, shot, and that's gloved by the goaltender for a whistle. Ethan Sova on the face-off. Salem high off the glass and cleared out of the zone. Puck played by Hogue, settled for Supak with pressure on his back. Salem disrupts play. Salem, nice job holding it in the wall. Supak after it. Salem still with possession, a shot off the side of Hogue. Cal now breaks it out. Lewandowski on the near side, takes a hit. Salem sends it back. Supak picks up the loose puck, uses the legs, pushes it past the red line, but held out of the zone. Now picked up by Mikkelsen, driven in. He's got Mikkelsen's shot over the net, and that'll come out to neutral zone. After it is Sova. 1 minute left in the power play. Evan Moore left it for Sova. Another penalty on the Rocks as Moore gets cross-checked. Mitchell carries down low, delayed call, and Salem will touch up. Cross-check the call, so Cal goes on a 5-on-3 for about 50 seconds. Five-on-3 power play. Esch out with Moore, Boltima, Nichols, and Mitchell. Face off played by Esch on the near side wall. Esch carries it towards the middle. Esch, top of the zone, down low for Nichols. Nichols shot off the side of the net. Esch picks up the loose puck behind the net. Esch back to Nichols. Nichols rips. Oh, off the crossbar. Boltema picks it up, dumps it in the corner for Esch. Esch feeds it behind for Mitchell. Mitchell maneuvers his way to Esch, and he scores! Harmon Esch with a one-timer. Fed by Bryce Mitchell. And Cal gets the power play goal. Esch's second of the game. So one penalty comes off. Cal remains on the power play for 1:33. Face off won by Cal. Boltema feeds it to Moore. Evan Moore carries it ahead. Long range pass on the tape for Boltema. Boltema's shot just wide. Nichols goes down. Moore tries to hold it. Joe trying to do it. Moore's going to go for the slash. Cal's going to touch it up. And Evan Moore goes to the box for 2-minute slash call. Four on four for about 45 seconds, and then the Rocks will get a minute. Pass out in front. This is Sova, can't get a shot. The Rocks take it away. Salem plays it ahead, back towards the Rocks end. Lewandowski. Salem plays it in the neutral zone. Supak pressure. Salem with it down low, picked off by the Cal defense. Aiden Itel carries forward, across the red line. Itel crossed the blue line, dropped it for Sova, a shot saved by the goaltender. Lewandowski ties it up in the wall. Now digs it out. Ty Lewandowski. Salem able to move it out. And Aiden Itel will give chase. Pass in for Lewandowski. Lewandowski down low, a shot. And we'll get a whistle as that one ends up inside a player's chest pad. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about somebody rocked a big bomb. Did you smell that? I think it's... Yeah, you're right. I've never seen that. All right, Rocks with it behind the net. Now carried ahead into the Caledonia zone. Picked up by Veliska, wrapped hard around the wall. Caledonia now on a penalty kill, so the icing will be waved off here. Salem has a power play. Salem moves it out of their zone. Pass on the near side connects, and they'll dump a soft one in deep. Veliska played into the corner. Salem takes it away. Into the feet. Salem sweeps behind the net. Veliska pressuring. Pass out to the point, deflected by Mikkelsen, but Salem holds it. Now a pass back to the point again. Takes it to the wall, now into the corner. Veliska right on him. The Rocks. Now move a pass, top of the zone. Played back to the wall. Shot, and that'll be gloved by Hogue. Well, Hogue hasn't seen a whole lot of shots today, as you can see on the clock. Cal has been dominating the offensive zone play so far. Face off in the defensive zone. Salem with a shot. Hogue with a blocker save. Landon Moore after it, sends a pass in the middle on the tape for Boltema. Boltema drives it low, plays it towards net. Landon Moore with it, centers it, goes all the way through. The Rocks get a backhand deep. After it is Evers. Evers in the far side corner. Evers pass, goes long but clears the zone. Salem goes D to D in the mid zone, now dumps it in, delayed offsides. Pass near side off the skate of Osborne. Moore though, got a backhand and played it deep. Landon Moore. Salem sends it to the near side. They've got some room to break it out. Here comes Isaiah Zupak on the forecheck. Eston Brown out as well with Jagger Burns. Evers, pass in the middle, picked off by the Rocks, played in the zone, chipped into the air, loose puck. Gabe Supak's got it. Gabe carries it ahead. Gabe in the shooting lane, a shot deflected up into the net. Top line stays out. Isaiah Supak, Jagger Burns, and Eston Brown. Veliska and Quigley on, or Eitel on defense. Isaiah Supak plays it to the wall for Burns, picked off by Salem. Salem carries it ahead. On the near side, down low, Salem shot. Saved and cleared by Burns. Eitel moves his way through. Eitel gets his way all the way into the zone. Eston Brown with a stick, wraps it around behind the net for Isaiah Supak. Isaiah passed out in front, no one there, and Salem able to move it out. Salem carries it ahead. Veliska rides the man off the puck, shot saved by Hogue. Rebound knocked down. Puck played in the far wall. Quigley with a stick on it. Salem into the corner, picked off by Burns, played into the back wall. Salem now behind the net to the near side. Pass out in front, shot over the net. Puck played up on the far side, half wall, and we'll get a whistle. Looks like the net has come off. Ash Mikkelsen, Sova, Moore, and Quigley. Salem plays it at the point. Shot picked off by Caledonia. Carried ahead. This is Ethan Sova. Sova in on side. Shot wide of net. Loose on the near side. Quigley collapses down on it. Holds it in the corner. Played around to the far side corner. Moore holds it. Behind the net now. Salem. Played it up the far side wall. Held in by Caledonia. Sova. Good stick work. Sova. Pass behind the net for Mikkelsen. On the doorstep. Passed around to the far side. Moore from the point position. Puts it back in deep. Bounces around behind the net for Esch. Esch tried to make a little Michigan play. Salem carries it out. Dumps it in deep. Hogue settles it for Quigley. Puck comes out. Evan Moore left at the post, and Hogue's going to freeze it. Gabe Supak, Drew Nichols, Tyler Medowski, Tom Evers, and Bryce Mitchell out for Caledonia here with 5:50 left in the second period. Face off won by Cal. Lewandowski jets it ahead. Sprinting after the loose puck. Salem will be there, but Lewandowski right on the footsteps, right on the trail. Salem tries to out it off the near side wall. Supak can't hold it in. Comes out to neutral. Salem, far side pass. Evers pressuring, pushes play into the wall, levels a hit. In comes Nichols to help, trying to dig it out of the feet. Held up there by the Rocks. Now taken by Nichols. Drew Nichols over for Mitchell. Mitchell chipped it ahead for himself. Sprinting after the loose puck. Mitchell, a shot wide of net, and we'll get a penalty arm up. And we'll get a whistle, a hooking call on the Salem Rocks. So Caledonia back on a power play. All right, offensive zone draw. One by Cal. Back to the point. Bultema rips a shot. Blocked before it got to the goaltender. Salem clears it more after it. Neutral zone. Sends it to Esch. Loose in the neutral zone. Esch gets possession back. Good play for him. Leaves it to Mitchell. Mitchell swept it into the far side wall. Bryce Mitchell trying to set something up. Moves it back to Bultema. Bultema over to Moore. Moore top of the zone, down for Nichols. Nichols a shot, saved by the goaltender. Rebound Mitchell. Centers a pass, the shot, and I don't know. And a whistle, no goal. Tight play in front. I thought maybe that one went in. Nice pass in front. One-timer, but big save there by the goaltender for Salem, Griffin Marshall. Marshall, a sophomore. Sova, or that's Supak, played it. Back to Supak on the near side, carries in the zone, top of the zone. Trying to set up a power play here. Quigley races after the loose puck, far side corner. Behind the net now, Caledonia, carried out in front by Sova. Gets it to Supak. Supak finds Lewandowski on the wall. Lewandowski to Quigley in the corner. Quigley centers a pass, goes all the way through to Sova. Sova rips, and that's going to be held by the goaltender for a whistle. Sova, Quigley, Lewandowski, Supak, and Mikkelsen. Far side, Lewandowski can't tie it up, and Salem sends it length of the ice. Played by Hogue. On the far wall for Sova. Cross ice pass for Lewandowski. Ty brings it in. Oh, tried to leave a drop pass for Supak, and that'll be cleared by the Rocks. Long range pass by Hogue finds Lewandowski at mid-ice. Ty Lewandowski off to the far side, rushes it in. Lewandowski lost it in the skates, and the Rocks have possession. They'll drain some time off the power play. 8 seconds left. Long range pass. They've got a man in the zone. Supak after it. And Salem gets their 5th skater back. Sova with the puck. Ethan Sova rushes it into the Rock zone, off the wall, bounces behind goaltender. Sova chipped it up to the far side half wall. Mitchell on the ice holds it in, shot in towards net, a save. Salem able to clear it. Salem carries in, but an offsides whistle. Face off just outside the Caledonia zone. Cal pushes it ahead, played back by Salem. Cal gets it back. Drew Nichols rushes this ahead. Puck bounces around, picked up by Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell behind the net for Nichols. Backhand centering pass played out by Salem. Good stick by Veliska, loosens the puck up for Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell circles in his own zone, sends a pass to Eitel. Eitel gets it back to Mitchell. Mitchell sent into the wall, Eitel's there. Eitel's double teamed. Penalty on Cal, Mitchell's gonna go. Mitchell goes for the roughing call. So we'll end this period on the penalty kill. Salem, a great opportunity to get one on the board here before the end of the second. 2:01, 2 minutes on the clock. Face off in front of the senior goaltender Sam Hogue. Cal wins the draw, puts it in the corner. Veliska, Sova around to the far side. Lewandowski after the loose puck. Chips it out to neutral zone. Ty, he's got some speed. Ty drives it down, shoots. A save by the goaltender. Salem with possession in their own end. They'll look to set up a good breakout here. Pass up the near side wall, goes long, but chipped around Veliska. Salem down low with it. Pass in front goes through. Lewandowski couldn't find it. Salem holds it in the zone. Bouncing puck, Veliska sends it into the wall. Salem into the corner with it. Veliska pressures. Salem up the wall, now back to the point. Salem now drives top of the circle, a shot saved by Hogue, and he holds for a whistle. Sova on the face-off defensive zone. Cal on the penalty kill. Moore turns, bounces that one out to mid-ice. Salem chases in their own end, pressured by Esch. Salem up the far side, Esch with pressure. Salem now to the near side. Pass through the middle. Moore got a stick on it, held out of the zone and in offsides. Nichols, Moore, Esch, and Quigley, the penalty killers. 53 seconds left in the period. Face-off played on the far side. Salem carries it in. Pass picked off by Nichols, and he sends it length of the ice. Goaltender settles it. Now makes a long-range pass back to neutral zone. Loose at the blue line. Nichols pressures. Salem, though, gets possession. They'll push it ahead. They'll take it wide in the zone. Puck loose into the back wall. Salem tried to center it. Now they get it back in the corner. Pass top of the circle. Salem, a shot. Gloved by Hogue and held for a whistle. Sova on the face-off. Salem wins it. Point position has it. Near side. Puts a shot through. Knocked down by Sova and cleared by Quigley. Salem behind their own goal. 5 seconds left in the period. 7 seconds. Pass in neutral zone. 3, 2. And that'll do it. Second period has concluded. Caledonia adds one more to the board. They lead 3-0. We'll take another 15-minute break. Come on back for third and final period action on the Pass Shoot Score Network here at the West Michigan Hockey Showcase. Brought to you by one of our lead sponsors, Baking Steel, an industry-leading pizza cooking secret, Grand Rapids-based company. BakingSteel.com. Check out the website. About 15 minutes, we'll be back. Third and final period as Cal tries to hold on in their opening game here on the Pass Shoot Score Network. We'll be back.
Can you accept Marcus?
Hold on, I will on my computer. I will on my computer. Can you do it? and final period set to begin. Players back on the ice. Cal holds the 3-0 lead. We'll start back with 5-on-5 skating after Cal killed that last penalty to end last game. Caledonia on the season 4-3. Last weekend had a rough weekend up at the Alpena Showcase, dropping 2 games. One against the Chippewa Valley United team and the other against the Alpena Wildcats. Tell you what, that Alpena team is a team to be reckoned with. A very solid team. And they put it to Cal for sure. Putting 4 goals in the first period and ending at a 6-1 score. So Cal looks to rebound. So far so good. 3-0. Tomorrow they'll take on Big Rapids right back here at Patterson at 5:30 p.m. That one will be another tight contest. Big Rapids, a solid team. We are ready to roll. William Mikkelsen, Ethan DeSova, Harmon Esch, Cam Quigley, and Evan Moore. Evan Moore out of the zone, gets it to Esch. Moore digs it out. Salem, though, picks it up mid-ice, dumps it in on Hogue. Evan Moore up the wall for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen in the feet. Salem digs it out. Point man puts a backhand. Salem with possession. Shot. Knocked down by Moore. Played by Mikkelsen out of the zone. Oops. Start the clock. Salem up the wall. Far side. Mid-ice. Now carried in. Taken away by Moore. Evan Moore carries. Finds it to Sova. Sova down low. He's got nobody with him, so he'll stop, wait for his teammates to come off the bench. Mitchell holds it in the zone. Salem with possession behind the net. Lewandowski with pressure. Now Mitchell pressuring. Salem breaks it out on the near side. Up through mid-ice, off the wall and deep. Tom Evers after it behind the net. Evers leaves it for Nichols. Nichols up the wall for Lewandowski into the feet. He takes a hit. Puck played back behind the net. Evers after it. Evers on the outlet. Too far. Picked off by Salem. Saved by Hogue. Played up by Lewandowski. Puck played in deep. Icing waved off. Salem behind the goal. Into the corner. Up the half wall. Held up there. Puck loose for Moore. He rips a shot. That's Landon Moore. Loose on the side of the net. Centered on the doorstep. Shoots. And he scores. Drew Nichols with a backhand goal, top shelf. And Cal extends the lead 4-0. Face-off played by Veliska, up the wall for Landon Moore and chipped in deep. Puck played behind the net, Salem. Nichols from Mitchell and Lewandowski. Salem makes their way all the way down the ice. Now Itel pushes it in the corner, puck loose on the half wall. Salem pass back to the point, played in deep behind Hogue, wrapped around to the near side corner. After it's Veliska. Point man for Salem, plays it back in deep. Quigley picks it off. Nope, Osborne will be there. Up the wall for Isaiah Supak. Puck goes loose to the point. Picked off by Osborne and cleared. After the loose puck is Bultema and Osborne. Salem behind their own goal. On the far side, Isaiah Supak pressuring. Puck held in, scooped up. Salem gets the puck back. They carry it behind their own goal. Back into the far corner, pass up the wall, goes loose off Moore's stick. Loose into the Caledonia end, Moore's got it. Moore, pass for, that was for Gorby, came through. Gorby back on the ice. Moore holds it out of the zone, picked up by Burns. Burns tried to hit Supak, Moore blocks it, but Salem brings it in on a 2-on-1. Salem down low, a shot goes wide. All the way out to the near side point. He's got to retreat to neutral zone. Leaves a pass near side, picked off by This is Gorby, a shot off a shin guard. Gorby into the far wall. Absorbs a hit. Careful there, buddy. Puck punched out by Salem. After it is Gabe Supak. Supak near side for Evan Moore. Picked up by Salem. Delayed offsides. Burns. Puck held up here in Moore's feet. Salem digs it out, but we'll get a whistle for offsides. Cal leads 4-0. Drew Nichols with a third period goal. William Mikkelsen up top with Sova and Esch. Gabe Supak and Evers on defense. Puck played into the Salem zone. Esch keeps the momentum of the puck. Mikkelsen in the corner for Esch. Esch maneuvers his way, holds it deep. Mikkelsen in to help, pushes it behind the net. Salem will have some room in the corner, up the wall. Supak with a stick on it. Delayed offsides, Cal checks up. Salem goes D to D on the far side. Pass through the middle, deflected deep into the corner. Supak behind the net. Leaves it in the corner for Mikkelsen. Salem crashes down on it. Trying to play it out. Mikkelsen now has it. Moves it to the middle for Evers, all the way through to Esch. Esch takes it wide. Esch had it punched away into the wall. Salem with possession. They'll skate through the middle. On the back check is Esch. Pestering from behind. Salem down low. A shot saved and cleared out by Caledonia. Salem rocks. They'll dump it in deep. Icing whistle. And we'll bring it down for an offensive zone draw. Five freshmen on the Salem team. It's a very young team. 5 freshmen, 5 sophomores, only 1 senior. So it's a very young team. For sure a bright future when you've got kids out there at the younger classes getting this experience. Puck goes back into the Salem zone. Down low after it's Lewandowski. Sweeps into the corner. Lewandowski goes down. Salem high off the glass. Held up there nicely by Veliska. Gets it back to Lewandowski. Ty down behind the end line. Tried to center it. Knocked down. Swept up behind the net by Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell turns. Rips a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Salem with the loose puck in the corner. Up the wall. Mitchell holds it there. Itel tries to hold it, comes out to mid-ice, and Veliska will send a pass back out to neutral. Salem there, though. Itel got a stick on it. Salem able to play it back after the loose puck. Salem down low. Nichols with a shot save. Behind the net, Nichols still with it, and on the near side, he goes down. Itel crashes down on it. Salem able to push it ahead. They've got numbers 2-on-1. Back comes Itel. Veliska picked off by Itel. Good job by the defense. Pass on the tape for Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski, the senior. Ty shot, and that's deflected up into the netting. Lewandowski with over 40 goals in his 4-year career with Caledonia. He'll go down in the record books once his career is done at the end of the season. Salem wrapped it around far side, held in by Quigley. Pass in front. Osborne shot wide. Moore has it near side. Rips the shot towards net. Deflected by Landon Moore. He's got it on the side of the net. Salem does a good job to hold him into the wall. Bultema in to help. Centers it. Bouncing puck to the far wall. Played in by Osborne. Back in the corner. Landon Moore after it. Landon's got it. Nope. Salem pushed it ahead. Osborne, Moore, Landon Moore centered it. A shot by Bultema goes up over the net and over the goal and into the net. Evan Moore out with Camden Quigley, Jagger Burns, Eston Brown, and Isaiah Supak up front. Face off into the corner. After it is Brown. Jagger Burns there to help. Puck comes loose, Burns carries it towards net. Jagger tried to slide it across the crease, blocked, he's got it. Tried to send it again for Supak. Salem though got a stick on it. They'll put one try to put it in neutral zone, knockdown. Burns holds it in. Now Isaiah Supak has it. Sends a pass through the middle, picked off by Salem. Isaiah's pressuring though. Salem skates it to the near side. At the red line, and now dumped in deep. After it, Quigley. Shot in from the point, save. Loose on the doorstep. Another shot saved by Hogue. Pass to Isaiah Supak. Supak across the red line. Rips a shot off the back glass. All the way to the far side half wall. Comes out to neutral zone. Pass by Evers goes long for Mikkelsen, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Evers, Sova, Esch, Mikkelsen, and Gabe Supak. Your 5 skaters for Caledonia. Sova's tied up. Evers pressures. Salem with it. A shot blocked by Hogue, and now it's loose in the Salem end. Esch after it. Salem into the back wall. Pressured by Mikkelsen. Salem able to move it out. Into neutral zone. In the feet. Supak got a stick on it. Loosens up play for Mikkelsen. Wrapped around far side for Esch. Esch. Nice play. Oh, punch back in though by Salem. Salem with the puck at the end line. Centering pass, and they score. Salem gets on the board here in the third on a nice bang bang play. That's Alex Lay, the junior forward, on the goal. Carson Cunningham on the assist, maybe? So we'll wipe the shutout off the board. Lewandowski, Mitchell, and Nichols up front. Eitel and Veliska on defense. Lewandowski gets it to Eitel, over for Veliska. Veliska across ice, picked off by Salem, but Lewandowski gets it back. Lay from Cunningham on the Salem goal. This is carried ahead by Lewandowski in the zone, ridden off the puck. Salem able to take it away with numbers. Salem on the near side, down low, shot deflected up into the netting. And we're gonna whistle. Defensive zone draw. Won by Cal, played in the corner. Pass through the air, played by Salem down low. Shot deflected by Veliska up into the net. Drew Nichols on the faceoff, D-zone. Face-off won by Cal, played up the wall. Nichols carries, pestered from behind, but gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell taking off the puck. Salem at mid-ice with it. Battle for the loose puck. Mitchell has it in his own end. Bryce Mitchell behind Hogue. He'll stop, sends it harder on the wall for Lewandowski, who used the skate to get it to Nichols. Drew Nichols, puck goes long off his stick. Lewandowski picks it up. Ty Lewandowski down low. Couldn't get her shot off. Salem off the wall. They've got possession at mid-ice. A 3-on-2. Good job by Quigley. Loosens it up to Veliska. Veliska on the tape for Lewandowski. Lewandowski drives in through the middle, leaves it down low, he shoots, and he scores! Austin Osborne on the goal. Beautiful pass by Lewandowski. And Osborne gets on the score sheet. So with 7:09 left in the third, Cal gets their 4-goal lead back. Salem with it. Mid-ice, off the wall, held up there by Quigley. Salem played it into the bench of Caledonia, and we'll get a whistle. Quigley on the pass. Osborne from Lewandowski and Quigley, sorry, on that goal. Salem gets the draw. They bring it in the Caledonia zone. Evan Moore after it, takes it down low. Shot through the crease, loose on the far side. Salem holds it in, dumps it in deep. Evan Moore's after it on the near side. Moore in the corner. Salem pulls it away. They've got it behind the net. After it is Quigley. Pass off the wall to the point, now to the far side point. Shot up, deflected into the air. Played by the Rocks, down low. Wrapped around the net, far side half wall. Pressed in there by Osborne. Moore with a stick on it. Now Landon Moore clears the zone. Then Boltema there. Boltema drills it in behind the goaltender. Salem with some room as Cal gets a change. Salem dumps it in, deflected at the blue line. Gabe Supak behind Hogue. Pass off the wall for Isaiah Supak, picked up by Jagger Burns. Burns, red line, blue line, dumps it in deep. After it is Salem, moves it out of the zone. Salem drives into the Caledonia zone. Supak with a stick on it. Puck loose on the far side. Evers off the wall for Burns. Burns dumps it in deep. After it is Isaiah Supak. Salem up the wall. Played by Gabe Supak. Cross ice pass on the tape for his brother Isaiah. Drives it in towards net. Picked off by Salem, and they'll send it to the near side half wall. Loose in the middle. Picked up by Sova. Sova drives down low. Has it pushed into the back wall. Sova holds it in the corner. Now comes out to mid-ice. Supak. Gabe Supak brings it in on side. A shot wide of net. Salem there. Held up by Itel. Can't hold it in the zone. He'll retreat to neutral zone. Gets it to Veliska. Veliska in the mid-ice for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen on the tape for Esch, but cleared out of the zone by the Rocks. 4:30 left in the third. Aiden Itel finds a lane of ice, drives it ahead. Itel drops it for Sova. Sova's back on down low for Mikkelsen. A shot over the net. All the way to the far side point. That's Veliska. Lays it in towards net, just wide. On the half wall is Mikkelsen. Held up by the point man Itel. Esch after the loose puck. Far side corner. Esch held up in the back wall, but keeps control of the puck. Now feeds a pass behind the net for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen to the corner. Now feeds it back behind the net. Far side corner. Esch will take it up the wall. Esch powers his way through, top of the zone, and then bangs it deep. Sova finds it behind the net. Sova centers it for Mikkelsen all the way through. He's held up. And the Rocks can't clear it as Itel holds it in the zone. Mikkelsen, or Itel again holds it in deep. Now Mitchell's after it. Bryce Mitchell behind the net. Centers it off a skate. Itel shot towards net. Bouncing in front. Loose. Still loose. Trying to find it. Mitchell whacks at it. And we'll get a whistle as a scrum in front of the net results in a save by the goaltender. A little slow to his feet, a lot of pressure there, a lot of bodies. 3.5 left in the third. Cal with a 5-1 lead. Nichols, Lewandowski, Mitchell up front, Evan Moore and Candy Quigley on defense. Puck loose. Cal with a stick on it. Mitchell kicks it in the corner. Bryce Mitchell tried to center it. Played by the Rocks. And they'll carry it to mid-ice. Chipped around the defender, but Quigley chases it down. Camden Quigley, nice play up the wall. Dumped back in by Salem. Moore after it. Evan Moore on the near side. Clear to neutral zone. Salem there, gets it back and dumps it in deep. Hogue will send it around, far side half wall for Mitchell. Nichols after the puck, now Mitchell after it. Salem with it, shot towards net, deflected. Now behind the net, long range bomb for Mitchell. Stopped the puck but driven off of it by the Rocks. Osborne in his zone, tries to clear, Salem with possession. Salem carries into the wall, now dumps it behind the net. Quigley's after it in the far corner, moves it up the wall. Landon Moore there, chipped up into the bench. Face-off puck loose. Supak banged it out for Landon Moore. Landon's pass for Bultema. Bultema trying to get around the defender. Bultema still with possession, centers it all the way through to the far wall. Austin Osborne, pass picked off by the Rocks. Salem moves it out. Long range, or a pass far side. Played by Evers off the wall. Osborne chipped it, gets it back. Osborne drives it ahead. Osborne now into the corner after it. He goes down. Salem behind their own net. 1:30 left in the game. Gabe Supak holds it at the half wall. Bultema there. Rips towards net, just wide. Puck played far side by Evers. Puck on the back of the net. West Michigan Hockey Showcase. Some of the elite teams from around the state of Michigan in Grand Rapids for 2 days full of games, high school matchups. Tomorrow, Caledonia takes on the Big Rapids Cardinals at 5:30 back here at Patterson. Play's begun, 1:20 left in the third. Loose behind the net, Jagger Burns has it. Burns stops, holds it in the wall. Salem presses there, Isaiah Supak in to help. Gorby sweeps at it, we'll get a whistle. A holding call on Salem. Tomorrow's schedule, if you're interested, coming out to Patterson, 11 a.m. Granville takes on Houghton. A good matchup of Division II and Division III ranked teams. Forest Hill Central takes on this Salem team here at 1 o'clock. At 1:15, Grand Rapids Christian takes on Capital City, the Lansing co-op team. Salem tries to out it, kicked in by Mikkelsen, but dumped link to the ice on the penalty kill. Gabe Supak behind his own goal, 1 minute left in the game. Supak will carry it out, feeds it to Sova. Sova cross ice for Lewandowski. Lewandowski has it punched off his stick into the corner. Quigley in to help. Quigley to Lewandowski on the nice cycle. Lewandowski back to the Supak. Over for Sova. Sova down low, deflected in, and is scores. William Mikkelsen with a beautiful setup by Ethan Sova. And Caledonia puts a cherry on this game, 6-1, a power play goal. More games tomorrow at 3:30. Forest Hills Northern Eastern takes on the Traverse City Bay Reps team. I know right now Forest Hills Northern Eastern, last I saw, was leading the Capital City team. Then at 5:30, Caledonia Big Rapids, and then to end the showcase, East Grand Rapids in a showcase showdown with the Trenton Trojans. Jagger Burns has it deep, 30 seconds left. He's pressed into the wall. Burns holds it in. Isaiah Supak in to help. Supak has it at the end line. Supak puts it in towards the net. Save. Gabe Supak a shot. It's another save by the goaltender. And this one will come out to neutral zone. Supak gives chase. Gabe Supak. 5 seconds on the clock. Gabe Supak in the corner. And that will do it for game one of the Grand Rapids West Michigan Showcase. Caledonia, 6-1 victory. Sam Hogue, the win in net for Cal. They move the record up to 5-3 on the season. Again, we appreciate everyone, all the fans watching remotely, all the grandparents, anybody else who can't make tonight's game. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to our sponsors of the tournament, great sponsors and supporters of West Michigan hockey. One last shout out to Baking Steel. BakingSteel.com for the best pizza cooking accessory on the face of the earth. Crispy crust. No more mushy, soft crust. Get that BakingSteel.com. All right, that's it on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Have a great rest of your Friday, everyone. We'll see you right back here at Patterson, 5:30 tomorrow. The Big Rapids Cardinals versus Caledonia. Have a good night.